Hello and welcome back to a new year, Bellevue East. I'm Mrs. Caraher and I'm here to share with you a little bit about the Green Initiative, which operates our composting, garden, and recycling programs. We're going to start with composting. We started composting in January of 2024, and here at Bellevue East, we have 3 stations. There are 2 in the cafeteria and 1 in the senior commons. The first week that we ever did composting, we were able to divert about 50% of the food that we would have consumed away from the landfill, meaning instead of it going into the trash to go to the landfill, 50% of that went either into composting or the share bin, which I'll talk about later. When you walk up to a waste station, you will see several things. And so this is just to walk you through kind of what those are. So in the big blue bins, typically they're blue, you will see recycling. That is your plastic, like a plastic water bottle, soda bottle, Coke can, those kinds of things. Trash is most of the stuff that you're going to throw away. Milk cartons, straws, your utensils, bags for chips, that kind of stuff. Anything that you can't eat is going to go into the trash. You will hang on to your tray though, and then you will dump all your food in the compost. Now, food means a hot dog or French fries or the chips from your bag, but not the bag itself. So anything that you're not going to eat, like it would make you sick if you ate that, you're going to put in the trash. Compost is for food only, and then napkins. And then you take your empty tray and you're going to stack it on the table. And then lastly, if you have unopened items, unopened chip bags, unopened apple sauces, unopened milk, etc., you're going to put it in the share bin. The share bin is free for everybody to take from. And again, I'll talk about that here in a minute. This is what those stations look like. So you can see over here is recycling. Most of y'all are not going to have a recycling item. And so those are closed and you only access that if you need it. Here you will see this is stuff that's going to be destined for the landfill. Again, this is our utensils. This is our pizza boxes because it has a plastic film on it. This is our milk cartons, straws, things like that. Any non-food item is going to go in here. And then all your food items, again, sandwiches, French fries, salads, etc., and napkins go into the compost. And then lastly, you stack your trays. And then again, if you have anything for the share bin, you're also welcome to take from the share bin. So if you take a look at this, what should you do with each item? Just take a second to think about where would I put each of these. Something I want to point out is the milk carton is unopened. So let's see how you did. If you had that the milk carton would go in the share bin, awesome. As you can see, I accidentally actually put trash first, which, I mean, when in doubt, throw it out, right? If you don't know where it goes, the trash is going to be your default. But because it isn't opened, it could go in the share bin. The cheese wrapper is trash because you would never want to eat that. That would definitely wreck your stomach, as well as the sauce packet. The napkin can be composted as well as the lettuce, and then you would take your empty tray and you would stack it on the table. So you may be wondering what happens to food from the share bin once you have donated it to there. First of all, you can always take food from the share bin at lunch. So you go to throw your stuff away and you see someone left a bag of Fritos in there, please help yourself if you want it. Otherwise, whatever is left is brought back to my room in HO3 and I store it in this refrigerator here if it's a perishable item. I put fruit in here, apples, bananas, cuties, oranges, things like that. I'll kind of stack chips and applesauce, those kinds of things on those areas. And then here are some utensils that you can utilize if you are pulling an applesauce or whatever. But you are welcome to help yourself to these items. All students are welcome. Please take what you want, but I do ask not to take stuff that you're just going to turn around and throw away. And then you're welcome to come into my class anytime as long as you are not being disruptive and that you have permission from your teacher, right? So if you're in a study hall and you want to stop by, you can request a pass. I really don't mind, again, as long as you're not being disruptive because it's right inside my door. So you come in and you can grab a snack. Always stop by during passing. It's the best opportunity. And then you can see down here some items that we typically have for the share bin. Please do not put loose food items like a bun. A bun doesn't need to go into the share bin. A uneaten sandwich, right? Those things have been opened, they're touched, those go in the compost. So how we are able to have composting is through the club that I sponsor, which is the Green Initiative. I'm just putting a little plug here for my club. My GPS is full of Green Initiative students, but you can also attend with a pass. We do garden care. We help take care of the garden that's off of the cafeteria. We do plant propagations to help raise funds for our club. We do roadside cleanup for a portion of Fort Crook that we have adopted. We do the composting. We take that plant propagation to craft fairs, and sometimes we even do some garden meditation stuff. So if you are at all interested in joining this club, please seek me out. I'm in HO3. You can also email me, rachel.caraher@bpsne.net. And then the garden is part of what we care for as the Green Initiative, and the garden is a space that is for everybody. However, we have to make sure we're respecting that space. So respect the plant life, the animal life. There are fish in the pond. Please do not pull any plants off of anything. You don't need to be pulling leaves anywhere. You don't need to be carving anything into any plants or messing with anything. No, do not put anything into the pond that can harm the fish. And then you are welcome to go sit in there during lunch if you would like a more quiet space. But I just ask that you clean up after yourself. If we can't take care of the garden, it will become locked and inaccessible to students. Thank you so much for helping keep East a green, sustainable place. We can't do this without you, and so I am very appreciative for all the help that you all do through taking care of the garden and keeping it clean and following the waste station rules and making sure that your food goes in the compost. It is appreciated, and I am grateful for you. Have a great year.